Good morning. Today is day 69, and we're going to talk about renewing your mind. And I am not going to lie, today is probably going to be a little short because I left my notes at home. And so I'm going to try my best to make this last my usual 15 minutes or so. Hey, Chantry, so I'm going to try to do my best. So this is going to be a challenge for me. But pretty much for this entire week, again, I've been talking about the flesh and how important it is to realize which one you're operating in, either by your flesh or your spirit. Again, I talked about the dangers of it, why it hinders your relationship with God, why is it impossible to operate in your flesh and please God. So today I'm going to talk about another way to, to get you from moving from the flesh to your spirit. And one of those ways is renewing your mind in Romans chapter 12, verses 1 through 2. I'm going to kind of paraphrase a little bit, but it says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And this is one of the ways, other than fasting, that you can, by the power of God, by God's Spirit, you can use this to move from the flesh to the spirit, operating from the flesh to the spirit. And one of the prime ways, one of the practical ways that you can do this is by it's going to be tough for some of us, and it's not really a fast per se, but it's more so you being more conscious of what you're allowing in your spirit. Is pretty much you being aware and conscious of what you allow to enter into your eye gates and your ear gates. And that's primarily what you read, what you watch on TV, the music that you listen to, which is very, very prime. Those are some of the ways where media and culture and entertainment, how you can be conformed to this world if you're not careful. If you're not strong enough. I mentioned this before, but I have a Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Media Studies with an emphasis in film and video production. But one of my courses was Media and Culture. And I love this class. It's probably like one of my favorite classes. The toughest, but it's my favorite class. And this class basically taught us how the media and entertainment industry uses some tactics to kind of shape our thinking, and how it shapes our perspective, and how it kind of, in a scary way, can control us. This course will probably be one that will freak you out if you're not really, and it's nothing but conspiracy theories. It's just a fact. Our subconscious mind does not discriminate on what it receives or not. Our subconscious mind is always working. And so media, for those who work in media and culture and entertainment industry, some of these people realize how powerful media and culture is, and how it shapes your thinking, and how your thinking can shape your life, and how as a result it makes you spend money. A lot of people who work in marketing and advertising, these people know exactly why they put certain stuff in the commercials. They know exactly what will make you buy. They know exactly what will make you tick. They know everything about you. I cannot talk today. They know everything about you psychologically to make you buy, to make you spend money. And then there are some of those who, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there are some who use media and culture for propaganda, who use media and culture to shape your thinking. And whoever has your mind has you. And for spiritually speaking, to add this, to make this more plain to us, how it relates to us, if you spend most of your time watching the Ratchet TV channel, guess what? You may not consider yourself ratchet, but I promise you, over time, you're going to develop some ratchet tendencies. And, some people use, ratchet as a form of pride. Some people are proud about their ratchetness, but I'm talking about the real bad, in your flesh ratchetness that, God can't really deal with that part. If you spend most of your time listening to movies, watching movies, and listening to music that just cuss every 2 words, guess what? You're going to be prone to cursing. Good morning, Kim. So I said all this to say one of the practical ways for you to kind of tame your flesh, to kind of get it under control, for you to kill your flesh, is to be careful and to be more mindful of what you watch on TV, what you read, what you listen to. And I said this before, garbage in, garbage out, flesh in, flesh out, God in, God out. you will reap what you sow. If you sow primarily, and I said this yesterday, if you sow primarily and only in your flesh, you're going to reap nothing but the flesh. So I would encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to start where you are and continually to build and continue to invest more in the Spirit. Read your word, pray, spend time in God's presence, worship, which I'll talk about later on, one of these last few weeks. So don't take it lightly. And some of you may be thinking, yeah, I'm strong enough, I can take it. Music don't really shape me that way. I'm not that sensitive to the media and culture. No. Again, your subconscious mind is always working. A prime example, I'm very sure if a new song were to come out today, for some of us, it will only take 2 times to listen to that song, and we know those words front and back. And we only listen to the song twice. Your subconscious mind is always working. And the enemy knows that as well. If he can get you to pretty much just consume nothing but the world and the flesh, he knows that's what you'll produce. And again, entertainment is good in and of itself. There's nothing wrong with entertainment. But again, I encourage you guys to be more mindful of what you allow in your eyes and ear gates. So that is it, really. I don't know how long I was. I think I did pretty good without having my notes in front of me. But, yeah. So I guess I haven't done an action item in a long time. But I would encourage you guys to... since music is very powerful, and music is, I don't think I know anybody that hates music. We all listen to music. But I would encourage you guys to start listening to more worship music. And I use worship music, I say that intentionally. And I don't know if I should say this or not, because I don't know a nice way of saying this. But some gospel music, although the gospel music has grown a whole lot in this area, it's gotten a lot better. But I'm very selective of certain gospel music that I listen to, because some gospel music, especially back in the day, like years ago, it was very depressing, in my opinion. It focused more on your troubles and saying that we're going to make it, and I can't pay my bills, and the world is crashing, crumbling around me, and that was the whole focus of the gospel song. I don't even think that this one gospel song even mentioned God one time at all. So I'm very selective on certain gospel songs I listen to, so that's why I say worship music. That was just a little mini soapbox thing for me, but I would encourage you guys to start listening to more worship music. Again, music is a very powerful tool, it's a very powerful weapon, and you can use it for or against you. But I'll start listening to more gospel music. Also, again, audio Bible is very good. Again, that's one of the ways where you can start conforming your mind to God and towards heaven and towards the Holy Spirit. And I do think that gospel music, worship music will help. Again, reading your word helps as well. And most of all, spending time in God's presence. And I believe I would touch on that when I touch praise and worship. So that's all that I have today. Hopefully this was a blessing to you. Hopefully this was helpful. Tomorrow is the last day of the flesh. I don't know what part of the flesh that I will talk about tomorrow. So I think I done beaten the topic of the flesh to death already. But I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a blessed Thursday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.